What a day it's been. I have worked, I have fasted, I have studied, I have exercised, I've written a little bit of my book, and now I'm going to do a little bit of streaming. And this is how it's done. This is what it takes. What it takes. I'm happy with myself. I'm proud of myself. Real good today. What's up, Alphino? Well then, my friends, let us return to Linza and deliver the good news to the Admiral. A word to the officer in Bulwark Hall should be sufficient to secure us an audience. Wow, I feel very different after fasting for a whole day. I don't know if it's a good different or a bad different, but I'm documenting it. This is my daily live stream, my daily YouTube. If you're interested in following my journey, feel free to subscribe. Remember to like the video, because it really helps me a lot. Look at all these people. Look at all these people. Even as we speak, we're weaving a new future. When it all becomes history, I hope that those who follow may look back with gladness. If we offer them the means to cure their temper, the beast tribes are far more likely to listen. And though the Admiral is not expecting us, I'm certain she will want to hear our report. Come, let us request an audience. Why, Corporal Shocker, a very welcome sight. Tidings for the Admiral, you say? She's presently receiving guests, but for the Scions, I know she'll make an exception. Follow me. What the? Interesting. Interesting. My friends, what brings you here this day? Is this true? By the Navigator, a cure for tempering. As often as I've been in awe of these Scions, I would not have thought it possible. And yet it is, Admiral. We have done it, here in Limsa, and production of more familiars has already begun. You have my thanks. Truly, this will do much to advance the cause of peace. Yet I fear it will take more to close the rift betwixt man and beastman. Even a speak thus divides us. I wonder why. Let me go get my headphones on. don't know how long I'm going to be playing tonight, but I'll try. Welcome as it is, a cure will not guarantee reconciliation between our peoples. For though summoning and the tempered may serve to fuel the conflict, they are but symptoms of it. If we are to resolve the primal problem once and for all, we must address the cause. We must strive for mutual understanding and find a way to leave our bloody past behind. "'Twas I who moved that the Alliance renew its push for peace. Since our ancestors came to these shores some 7 centuries past, we Laminsans have been at odds with those who share our island home. Save for a brief moment of cooperation with the kobolds, our history has been one of nigh constant territorial squabbling. Meanwhile, our struggle with the Sahajian for control over the seas has only grown fiercer, a matter made worse by the thrice-damned calamity driving them to seek new spawning grounds. With survival at stake, each had no choice but to fight, and so I dismissed peace as impossible. Impossible is a word coined by the weak, I proclaimed to all who'd listen, and then gave up. You and yours put me to shame. Since you led us to victory against the Black Wolf, you have achieved the impossible again and again and again. And I thought it high time that I followed suit, hence my proposal to the Alliance Council. But no sooner did I reach out to our neighbors in Vilbrand than my own people sought to thwart me. You speak of the pirates who failed to attend the meeting. Aye, acting through a friendly faction among the kobolds, we had intended to seek an audience with a prominent patriarch. But the bloody executioners would not hear of it, and their absence sent a message to the rest. Though they are but one of the 3 pirate powers, they are the greatest, and any attempt at peace would founder without them. I am given to understand that their leader, Captain Hilver, has been bedridden for some time with an ailment of the lungs. What the heck? How did he know? Correct. In his absence, the right-hand leads, a man named Sicard, but recently risen to prominence among their ranks. And save for his disdain for authority, little is known about him. We have invited him to speak with us more than once, but he will not come. I have tasked the Yellowjackets and their rogues with uncovering his motives, but they have learned naught of any value. Leave it to us. That's right. Leave it to us. We got this. We have a nose for the truth. Whatever the Sicard wants, we'll find out. Truly, I would be much obliged. I shall look forward to hearing what you learn then. Good luck. The Admiral is right. The cause of the conflict needs to be addressed. We'll do what we can to ease the way, but it ultimately falls to the Laminsans to make peace with their neighbors. I know naught of this city, save what I've read or heard in passing, so in this matter I'll follow your lead. By way of a first step, I suggest we split up and make inquiries around the town. Someone must know this Sicard. If you could approach the pirates well, the rest of us will seek out merchants and adventurers. I didn't know there was a way upstairs this way. Learn something new. Curious about the card, are you? As am I, my friend, as am I. Sadly, I know nothing of the man, save that the bloody executioners experienced a marked improvement in their fortunes after his promotion. Quite how he achieved this is a matter of some debate. As you know, the Thalacrossi permits us to attack only Garlean vessels, yet these have all but vanished from the sea since the Empire turned in upon itself. In order to adapt, we Krakens have taken to trading with the East, but the executioners are less forward-looking. I cannot imagine that they would willingly abandon the old ways. So how, then, are they lining their coffers? Whatever their secret, they are not like to share it with their rivals, but mayhap you will have more luck. I feel so strange running on fat right now. It's a strange feeling. It's like I have energy, but I don't have energy. I'm sure I'll feel pretty good later. You want to know about the card? He's a willy bugger is what he is. Wily bugger. Found some clever way to make coin, they say, and traded it for Moanskate's place at Old Hilfrin's side. There was a time we raced the executioners for a pick of the Empire's fleet, but the Garleans are gone, and them days with 'em. Owing to which, we've all of us had to look for other ways to make ends meet, with that jumped-up bilge at Sicard landing the juiciest, whatever it may be. Not that we sirens are struggling, mind. We did well enough guarding fishing boats from the fishbacks and other beasties. Get the first pick of the produce for our trouble, see? Quality stuff at a bargain price. This we pass to our sisters as can't sail on account of getting old or wounded or with child, and they cook it up and sell it for a pretty profit. Simple. Oh, I miss the old days, don't get me wrong. But when I see the girls with their little ones, I think to myself a life of peace and quiet ain't all that bad. So just as their imperial prey began to disappear, Sicard turned the executioner's fortunes around with a mysterious new source of income. Whatever it is nothing to scoff at. According to a tavern keeper I spoke to, the crew have been indulging themselves as never before, but no amount of drink seems to loosen their tongues as to how they are coming by their coin. For my part, I spoke with a reporter from the Harbor Herald. The publication has been investigating the secret of the executioner's good fortune and making little headway. Plainly, the executioners do not wish the nature of their business to be made public. And I think I may know why. In the course of making inquiries on Hawker's Alley, an interesting fact came to light. Just as the executioners began to enjoy better fortunes, the price of crystal went into sharp decline. A sudden fall in demand, I was told. Curious, I contacted Hoary Boulder, who has been watching the movements of the beast tribes, and my suspicions were proven correct. Despite ever-worsening relationships between the beast tribes and the thalassocracy, neither Titan nor Leviathan have made an appearance of late, suggesting that the kobolds and Sahajin lack the means with which to summon them. Do you mean to say the executioners are divesting them of their crystals? All indications point to that conclusion, yes. Though we have no hard evidence as yet, we must investigate further. Agreed. So how do we proceed? Oh, I have an idea about that. In fact, I have already taken the liberty of making certain provisions. Money. Ba 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 ba. No text. During my inquiries, a disgruntled merchant informed me that a wholesale of crystals had recently arrived in Limsa, offering wares at prices far undercutting the competition. After asking around, I was able to gain an introduction and will shortly pose as a potential buyer in a bid to establish the crystal's provenance. And the man is due to be at Oskin's Embrace in Lower Limsa shortly. I suggest we make our way there at once. That appears to be our merchant. Wish me luck. If he truly is in league with the bloody executioners, he will surely be wary of those allied to the Admiral, the Scions not least of all. Compared to yours and Will's, mine is an unfamiliar face. Let me play the role of buyer. Graha is right, and even if you aren't recognized on sight, you look too genteel to be mixing with society's underbelly. Genteel? But very well, I leave it to you, Graha. Got business with me, Catboy? Ahem. You're the crystal wholesaler? That I am. But you're no merchant. What do you want crystals for? Don't look at us, you idiot. You'll give yourself away. Oh, I see. You're a weaponsmith, am I right? And you need crystals to make staffs like that fine specimen you got there. That's right. I am indeed a weaponsmith, and I use naught but the finest materials. I bid you show me your wares. Well, we don't invite just anybody into our storehouses. Takes time to establish trust, you understand. Look, I have a large and urgent commission. If the quality is satisfactory, I will not quibble over the price. Alright, it's plain there's no ordinary crystal adorning your staff, so I'll make an exception. Come with me. It seems to be working. Let's follow them. I hope a day comes one day where you don't need any more money. Given how long he spent in playing the Crystal Exarch, you'd think Rahan would be a better actor. Honestly, if it hadn't been for that staff, we must remember to thank the Taru. They went into that tunnel, quietly now. Ooh, lots of crystals. You won't find any finer, especially not for the price. Indeed, I would expect to pay more than double for such quality. How could they possibly be so cheap? There's nothing unlawful about 'em, if that's your worry. They're from Mogomoro, if you take my meaning. Stuff's as pure as it gets. You won't be disappointed. So how much do you want? Ogomoro? Take it from the kobolds, just as we suspected. That's enough. Shut your gobs and turn around slowly. I'm Ffxiv, acting captain of the Bloody Executioners. I remember this guy. No need to introduce yourselves. We know who you are, scions. And we also know you've been chatting to the Admiral. Got eyes and ears everywhere, see? Comes with being the only true pirate crew left in Limsa. So we've established you ain't here to buy crystals. The question is, what are you here for? You're bold to reveal yourself to us without knowing our objective, but that would explain your swift rise to power. You have spoken plain, and so I shall return the favor. We came here to learn why the Bloody Executioners oppose the Admiral's will. And we have our answer. Should Limsa Lominsa make peace with the kobolds, you would lose the source of your newfound wealth. That's right. Just to remind you though, we ain't breaking any rules here. The law forbids us from attacking any vessel not flying the Imperial flag, but it don't say nothing about beastmen. The only reason we keep our operation nice and quiet is 'cause we don't want no one taking our business. Just listen to the end, will you? For what it's worth, I have the highest respect for you and yours. Him especially. While the Maelstrom were worrying about dirtying in their fancy red clobber, you lot stormed Ugamaru and battered Bleeding Titan himself. Raised a mug to you when I heard the news. And now we're following in your footsteps, making sure the beastmen never summon their stinking gods again. Practically your successors we are. While there were still Imperial ships about, we did our bit for Limsa and went after them. But with the Garleans gone, there's no one left to ply our trade on except the beastmen. So let us have that, eh? It's only fair. Contentious though some may find your views, it is true that you have broken no laws. That being so, I see no reason why you should not state your case directly to the Admiral's face. Unless the acting captain of the only true pirate crew left in Limsa Lominsa has some other cause to hide in a cave. Well said. Well said indeed. Alright, I'll meet with the Admiral. I'll even provide the venue. The Estalica. I trust she won't turn down the invitation. Though I have some passing knowledge of prior events, I'm still ill-qualified to meddle in Lominsan affairs. 'Twas not my place to argue with Ffxiv, much as I would have liked to. Nay, it's for the Admiral to deal with them and the Bloody Executioners both. By bringing them to the negotiating table, we have played our part. I don't know about you, but it was all I could to do to stop myself from punching Ffxiv in the smirking face whenever he opened his mouth. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll be back with more tomorrow. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe not 7 p.m. Maybe like 7:30. Yeah, 7:30.